All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to show you this video from TFP Student Action, and it's titled, What It's Like to Fight Abortion in an Extremely Woke City. Now, I really like these guys because they display their bravery by going directly into the pits of evil when it comes to the topic of abortion. And they stand firm and they don't shake, they don't move despite what happens to them on the streets, because they're in New York City arguing for life. They're pro-life in New York City, and they're all white men. It's a group of all white men. So I think it's very revealing to see the evil come out of people when faced with the truth. And that's what we're going to be seeing in this video. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe while we're watching. Now let's roll it.
Of history, you are in the right side.
And we saw you.
Yeah. What did you see? Oh well, we met you all guys with bagpipes and your like red banners, and we said, well, what's going on? And we read it's a pro-life stance. Yeah. So we loved it, and we are really thankful that you're fighting this battle
in this city.
In this city,
that is so far away from God, not pro-life at all. And you are saying this. I bet this is not easy at all. And wow, we felt like proud of you, and yeah.
Were you expecting to see this in New York City?
No, the last thing ever.
We weren't expecting it, but we are so happy to have run into you. And well, we'll keep praying for you that are fighting this fight, and for our unborn children.
Now, I don't want to assume that they're immigrants, but they sound like they might have migrated to New York City. They might have migrated to America, and they can call it out just like I can, that God seems to be missing completely in the city, in the heart of the city. People who live there their whole lives are just so used to New York City, and they might not say the same thing, or they might not see the same thing, but outsiders coming in can gather that information quickly.
Exactly. This is so brave. It's so stupid. Do we get to decide about amazing how? It's your body.
Tradition, family, property. Tradition, family, property. Tradition, family, property.
People I know. I'm a midwife.
So why are you pro-abortion?
I'm not pro-abortion. I'm pro-choice.
Well, it's the same
Pro-choice
thing.
because there are women. There are women in the world who don't have a lot of choices.
What is the choice for? What is a choice for?
A choice of life for some women. So I really hate this, what's happening in the world. Because America, when my first baby died. Not at all. My first baby died.
What does abortion do to the child?
It kills it.
It's not a child. It's a fetus.
What does it do?
It does kill the baby. But in some situations it's
kills
better.
the baby, he says.
It's better in some situations.
What do you have against men?
It's idiots. I have something against men who decide for women's life. I have something against men who try to decide.
We're standing up for the small women. The innocent small women in the womb. The women that are very small,
I'm not able to make a decision of myself. I can make a decision of myself.
The very innocent.
Goodbye.
And the one point I want to make really quick before I continue is, I understand that people feel very strongly about this issue. And I understand that a lot of people are, most people from what I can gather in America, the loud majority is pro-choice. But they expect pro-life people to sit back and say nothing and to not spread our message as well. It's very rare that you see people advocating for pro-life. So with freedom of speech comes advocating for what you choose. And if that's pro-life, then it's pro-life. I think people need to grow up and realize you can't have your cake and eat it too. They want to be able to say what they want while we aren't able to say what we want. And that's not how freedom of speech works.
You are religious. If you love New York, defend innocent lives. If you love New York, defend.
Where's the women?
You don't need to be a woman to stand up for what's right.
Sure, but why are there no women in your group?
Because real men stand up for the truth.
Oh, where are the women?
Because we're practicing chivalry, sir.
But where are the women? Where's the women? You have an argument, or are you just gonna? I'm asking a question. Where's the women?
Answer. Baking cookies for us.
Oh, yikes.
We're Catholic, but the main reason is to be against murder.
The funny thing is that you're all men. What do you know?
That's exactly right.
What do you know?
We're not Jews, but we're still against the Holocaust.
I would never correct any circumstance. It's my child, and my child is a different person than I am.
Yeah, then you'd care for your child.
I do care for my child.
So why should it be my business to come and tell you about what to do about your child?
Because it's a lie.
So the premise of your argument is you need to experience the evil in order to speak about it. In that case, I would need to be a slave owner. I would need to have cancer to raise awareness against cancer. I would need to be in jail to help people in jail, and so on and so forth. So your argument doesn't make any sense.
I'm just saying, my friend, I'm just saying, you as a white man, especially a man.
What about me as a woman?
Yeah. A woman, yes, you can. I accept. That's why I'm trying to engage with you.
Now, this man is saying that you can't be pro-life if you're a man because you've never experienced, or you will never experience, what it's like to have a child. But if you use that logic in any other scenario, you, like he said, you have to have cancer to be against cancer. Do you have to have been beaten up to protect someone from bullying? Like, if you follow his logic down and into different examples, it makes absolutely no sense. And this is a woman right next to a white man that has the exact same opinion as him. So it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, because they both recognize the exact same truth. And so they could stand up for it if they want to. Just because you're a man, that doesn't mean you can't be pro-life. That makes absolutely no sense.
But I have the same opinion as him.
So
he's wrong
men trying to take women's cause and try to make themselves a fighter of justice is unfair.
The life of the baby.
I'm not always
a bunch of men up here, huh?
Yep, all it is men.
Is this what tolerance looks like?
No, that is what tolerance looks like, right?
Where are the women? Yeah.
Ask him where the men are that have the kids.
Yeah,
What about-
where are the women?
What about the women that were aborted? What about the aborted women? You don't care about the aborted women? You don't care about the aborted women?
Women's health too, you.
What about the women in the womb? The child's health doesn't matter to you?
So life begins at conception.
No, it doesn't. Are you
Your life began at conception just as mine started at the same time.
Yeah, and you should have aborted. Like, you're like,
So now you don't care about my life.
no.
What happened to having
I
hate?
don't.
You just said you wish we were
And
aborted.
You don't care
That
about
sounds pretty
women.
hateful.
You don't care about.
I don't hate you. Obviously, you don't care about me.
I don't care about you.
But you want me to
You
care
all
about.
are
but
idiots.
But you want me to care about women.
Yes.
I know what abortion does, therefore I oppose it.
Well, it sounds pretty convenient from a man telling a woman what to do with her body.
Well, I know that you're a man.
Whoa, you're assuming?
You're a man. Maybe. Yes. Aren't you a man?
You certainly assumed that we were men.
Oh, so
It's so frustrating. All
Are
you
you a
guys,
man?
you have these like argumentative tactics.
are you a man?
Maybe.
We must say no more abortion. Everybody has to pray because the devil is living here in this world and we have to stop him.
Like, if you want to respect life, you have to respect the beginning of life. If you don't respect the beginning of life, how could you respect life? I say, oh my God, I want my transgender people to be happy. You could, because you didn't give the baby a chance. Thank you.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
How's your horn? Pour me on board. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to see New York has some semblance of a heart. You know, New York isn't 100% evil, but the thing is they can honk their horns, but if they go around saying that they're pro-life at their jobs or at schools or in whatever social circles that they're in, then you'll get canceled, you'll get demonized for it. You know, that's just the reality of it. Living in a place like New York, I live in a place like Chicago, so you know, I understand the feeling. But yeah, I thought this was a great video. Really, that I wanted to share with you guys. It wasn't so much about reacting and giving my opinion on it. My opinion is I'm pro-life. That's just where I stand. That's where I stand on it. I think the people who argue against being pro-life make everything about the woman because it's an easier argument for them to make. If you make the initial focus of the argument around the life of the child, it's very hard to argue against that because that's the side that pro-life is on. We are concerned with the child in the womb. But if you make the argument about the woman, you could pretty much gloss over the child and just go straight to the women. And the thing is, when they go to the women's case and they say that, you know, abortion saves women's lives, they're talking about a very small percentage of actual pregnancies. They don't take into consideration all of the abortions that are happening just because a girl didn't want to have the baby, or just because, oops, I messed up, let me go get an abortion, or, you know, just because they can. I think the majority of abortions are happening just because there is the freedom to do so, you know, with such access, with such ease of access. I think that's where the majority of abortions come from. But yeah, this was a dope video. So shout out to TFP Student Action. They do amazing work. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe when you're at the door. Till next time, you guys, I'm out of here. Peace.